I was going to be stuck on a deserted island in the middle of the ocean and was able to bring my Atari 2600 and one game, I'd be hard-pressed to choose between Berserk and Yar's Revenge, my two favorite games, my two favorite single-player games on the Atari 2600. One of the big differences between the two games, other than the fact that Yar's Revenge has flying insects in space and Berserk has robots trying to kill you, is that Yar's Revenge was an Atari 2600 original, while Berserk came out in the arcades in 1980, created by Stern, and then found its way onto the Atari 2600 in 1982. Sadly, I'd never played the arcade version of Berserk. It was never in any of the arcades I played games at back in the day. So when I think of Berserk, I think of the Atari 2600 game, because I had this as a kid and played it for hours and hours and hours on end, and I love this game. This game works really well on the Atari because of its simplicity, its high contrast, clear graphics, and most importantly, its excellent, solid gameplay. All the same compliments I have for Yar's Revenge, actually. There's a couple different versions of gameplay. You can play without Evil Otto or with Evil Otto. Evil Otto is essentially this giant smiling beach ball thing that comes out and attacks you and forces you to get off the screen as quickly as possible, to clear off the robots and get out of the maze and move on to the next one. If you play without Evil Otto, you have unlimited time to clear out all the robots, so the game's easier without Evil Otto. When you start a game of Berserk, the first couple levels are extremely easy because the robot gunfire is very slow and easy to dodge. As you progress through the maze levels, the robots move faster, their gunfire moves incredibly fast, and the game gets really challenging. And that's the fun part. Berserk is actually a complex game, and there's a lot of strategy that you can use to try to achieve your highest score. This is the game cartridge and the instruction manual for Berserk for the Atari 2600, which has some of the nicest artwork of any video game ever created. I think that's really cool. Got some images you might have never seen. Going bonkers with Berserk. It tells you a bit about the story here. The astro date is 3200, and you are the last survivor of a small group of Earth people who came to explore the planet Mazion. Soon after landing, you discovered the planet is a dark, apparently uninhabitable place. But by then it was too late to turn back because your spacecraft had been destroyed by Automazions. Now, you are a prisoner here. So now you know you're not just trying to escape mazes filled with robots. They're Automazions controlled by the evil maniac Otto, Evil Otto, as he is portrayed there. It's actually kind of rare to have this kind of detail in an Atari 2600 instruction manual. We have some nice artwork in here detailing Berserk, and they give you some helpful hints, some schematic drawings of the Automazions. And here is the game select matrix. You have numerous different versions of Berserk. You select each of these game variations with the select button on your Atari 2600. Some of the games do not feature Evil Otto. And that's kind of sad because this guy here, that's Evil Otto controlling the Automazions. He's pretty awesome. He looks like a beach ball. There's just something about being crushed in Berserk by a giant smiling beach ball. Why must Otto be so evil as to maniacally stomp on your deceased, electrocuted, mangled Berserk body while grinning the entire time? It's a thing of beauty to behold on the Atari 2600, and that's one of the many reasons Berserk is a must-have for your Atari collection. Part of the challenge in gameplay is how to shoot these things without getting directly in front of them, because at some point you can't dodge their laser fire. The best approach is to try to hit them diagonally. Sometimes you get into tight spots and you're trying to move and fire and you end up running into walls or walking into robots. No amount of graphical enhancements or fancy music is going to improve this game. It's just perfect the way it is. Because you can play this for hours and hours on end, challenging yourself. Another thing I like about this game, and I think anyone who was alive in the 70s or 80s might get this, the robots remind me of Maximilian from the Black Hole crossed with the original Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. Now that's just a win-win combination of robots right there. Except they're not chrome. Do you think it was someone's job to polish all the Cylons before they went into battle? What's so evil about Otto anyway? Maybe he's just misunderstood.